Good afternoon, it's Megan. And normally you are used to seeing me post-workout in my sweats and sweating and no makeup. And today I showered for you and I brought you upstairs into my kitchen. So excited to talk to you today. I have a great topic. Usually every Thursday I like to post something about clean eating or a tip that I have that I've discovered that's really helped me kind of to get to the next level in my health and fitness journey. So today I actually wanted to talk with you about spices and some tips and things that I go through when I'm looking for spices to add to my foods. Not all spices are created equal, and you really have to watch out when you're shopping in the store on what's in the ingredients and on the label. So when I first started my journey, after my last son, I've been up and down, for several years now, but my final last journey, he is now 4, so it's been a few years. But with each child, I was up over 210 pounds. So I had quite a bit of weight to lose with each kid along the way. And, all along my journey, I've just gained more knowledge and gained more perspective and had the opportunity to challenge myself and go further and further with my health and my fitness. So not only do I love to teach people about fitness and excited to show things that I've shared along the way, and now that I'm an instructor and things of that nature, but I love to share what I've learned about nutrition because it's helped me so much. It took me a really long time to lose my 80 pounds. And so what I hope to get out of this is to share with you what I've learned so it won't take you as long as it took me to get to this spot. Okay, so let's start off with looking at ingredients. So a lot of times, like I know for me, to try to break the habits of using taco seasonings, General Gao's, like those mixes that you just like add water to and the vegetables and stuff, all that stuff is really great, except the labels are loaded with things that are like either unknown or just really not good for us and just are straight out chemicals, right? So if you have followed me a little bit, you know that last year I did a Whole30. And basically what a Whole30 is, it is the knowledge to learn more about eliminating foods out of your diet that could cause triggers like inflammations, whether that's going to trigger headaches. You have bloating. Some people experience gout with some of their foods that they're eating. So by reading the book, It Starts with Food by Dallas and Melissa Hartwig, you gain the knowledge and perspective of what is in our food and what kinds of things are good for us and not good for us. And maybe, it's okay for you to eat wheat because you don't have a gluten allergy, or maybe it's okay for you to absorb dairy because that's just the way your body works. But for some people, they can't absorb some of these chemicals and some of these foods because they cause other reactions inside of our body. We're all different. So everybody's different when it comes to that. I just definitely recommend the knowledge, the education of this information to yourself so that you can make the best decision on what is going to help you best. Definitely these are going to be my best tips and tricks, but it's my opinion on those choices. And so certainly your choice is going to be what's best for you, right? Okay, so the biggest thing that you want to look for when you're shopping for your spices is how many ingredients are on the label. Now, a lot of times you'll see like garlic, lemon, pepper, and it'll be called something like spicy grill mates, Montreal steak is a familiar one that we used to use. So your really safest best bet is to buy ingredients that just have one single ingredient, cayenne pepper, cinnamon. A single ingredient is going to go a long way, because then you can Google taco seasoning and create your own awesome blend that is going to last you a really long time, be so much cheaper, and taste amazing. I also have a Jamaican season that I've made. There's also been a couple of really good I can't remember what it's called, but I put it in my squash. It's like ras al gout or something like that. It's a paleo dish, but you put it in your squash and it's like a hot cinnamon. It's really, really good. So you can Google just about anything and say clean taco seasoning or clean ranch seasoning or whatever it is that you want to create, and you can use your single ingredient labels to concoct something in a couple of minutes and have the most awesome flavors for your food. Okay. So then, that's not always realistic, and we always like to still buy the things that kind of jump out at us at the store, right? So some things to look for that, might be suspicious. I mentioned the McCormick's Grill Mates. So it says on the label salt, spices, including black pepper and red pepper, garlic, sunflower oil, and extractives of dill and paprika. Well, that doesn't sound too bad, right? But when it says spices, or it might say other flavorings, that's kind of a key word for MSG or some other stuff that you might not really be aware of. So a lot of people struggle with digesting MSG. The Chinese restaurants use all that stuff. So, if you're a person that gets headaches from those kinds of things, you should know that that could be in your seasoning, right? So that's something to look for. I just avoid that stuff altogether, because if I don't know what it is, I'm not going to try it, because I just don't know. If you don't know, just don't eat it, right? And then the other ingredient on here, the first one is salt. Now, people often assume that salt gives you high blood pressure, but that is a myth. It's not true. Actually, the chemicals in table salt are what causes those kinds of complications. So actually, if you want to salt your food, you want to get sea salt. Okay, you can actually use sea salt as much as you like. The table salt, the chemically created iodized salt, is what you want to stay away from. That's what makes us thirsty, and that's what makes us have other issues that are complicated with sodium, and that you're the chemicals and the salt together is something that's giving you the bad reaction. So sea salt, everything should have sea salt in it. Okay, another example that I have for you is this one, which is sad because I love the idea of the sriracha. Sea salt, chili pepper, garlic, vinegar powder, maltodextrin, modified food starch, onion, paprika. There's a lot of things I don't understand what this is either. Olasaurian, capsaicin, natural flavor. There's so many things. And then at the end it says silicon dioxide. That's an anti-caking agent, and it's just a chemical. So personally, I steer clear. I mean, it's not going to kill you to do it a couple times, but honestly, I just steer clear, because the stuff adds up. Once you start buying all those things and you're using them over time, I mean, that's where the breakdown starts to occur, right? You don't want to have any complications. If you don't know what's in your food, then you can't help yourself be better at your nutrition and your wellness, right? Okay, so a couple of really great ones. For example, I really like the grill shakers. You can get this from the Spice Hunter online, and they're pretty general. You've got your sea salt, garlic, black pepper, whole ground mustard, paprika, chili pepper, rosemary. So this is a good one. And it even has the sea salt in it, which is great. Now this one, the spicy poultry, I found, garlic, sea salt, chili pepper, sugar, jalapenos, lime juice, rosemary, ginger. This is also really good, but you want to also read your labels that have sugar. A lot of spices contain sugar, and that's not a lot of things. We don't think about that a lot, right? But like, for example, I'm doing a bikini contest, a bikini prep, and we are not allowed to have added sugar. So I would have to steer clear of this. If you're someone that can have sugar in their diet, that's great. Chances are it's probably a white sugar. So that might be something you'd want to avoid as well. But just be aware that you know what's in your labels, right? Okay, so my favorite online flavors that I've been seeing since I started my Whole30 and paleo and all that good stuff are these flavor gods. I don't know if you've seen these flavor gods, but these are all really, really clean. They can be either low salt if you like them to be, depending on what flavors there are. They're all, it's garlic powder, onion powder, sea salt, chili powder, paprika, cayenne. This one's spicy. You can see it's my most used one. It's everything seasoning. Another favorite is the chocolate donut seasoning. You can see it's almost gone. The cool thing with this one is it's got a like honey sugar combo with cocoa and cinnamon. And so for those of us out there that are paleo eaters, this is something that you can have without a lot of sugar. Like a lot of things you add to your oatmeal and stuff can be high with sugar. And so that's something that you really want to avoid. But they have a huge line. They just came out with a buttermilk ranch, or a ranch, I should say, and all of their flavors are amazing. Again, if you're trying to avoid sugar, just read the label. Some of them are low salt. They say no MSG. They're all paleo friendly. And so those are actually my favorite recommendation that you can get online. So just other things to look for. If you can't pronounce on your label, and this goes with anything out there, not just spices. If you can't pronounce it or you don't know what it means, don't buy it. Don't eat it. You know, it's just go for it in your fridge and check out a couple of things. If you don't know what it is, you know, just stay away from it until you find out. It's not to say that everything is horrible, but you need to do your research. You just need to be knowledgeable. We talked about MSG and the other flavorings. The sea salt is my best friend. I pretty much use sea salt and garlic powder on everything I eat. And it is amazing. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that those tips helped you. If you have any questions or comments, you know, leave them below. I do host a free 7-day clean eating group every single month. Our next one will come up the first week in November. I start them the first week of every single month, and it's a free 7-day group, and it's on Facebook, and it's a private group, and we talk about the ins and outs of clean eating, how to get started, give you a good jump start on your clean eating to go with your health and fitness, and make you a success in the kitchen as well as in the gym. All right, guys, thanks, and I'm glad I got to talk with you today. See ya.